probably a proper course field game. It was kind of weird because it was pretty good pitching on both sides early, and besides the Blackman slider that he drove out, both pitchers after that were in cruise control. So you probably knew something something was up late, and you never got a big enough lead, and you're never out of the game here, and that's just what kind of happened tonight. We were fortunate enough to get one more run on the board.
Your team's really been challenged a lot in the last 48 hours, and yet they've risen to the occasion. What have you learned about the resiliency and the toughness of your ball club here in the last couple of days?
Things that I think we knew, but to see it, firsthand, we're a pretty resilient bunch. We're a hungry bunch. We're a group that has been maybe charcoaled by some years in the past, and we're a pretty gritty, tough group, and that's what that's showing. It's been showing up in our work and throughout the off season, and now to get an opportunity to play and a chance to show that a little bit. It's been fun watching guys gel together, pull for one another, have very unselfish at-bats, and do things for the team. It's really a joy to watch, honestly.
I know you've only been around him a short period of time, but already what have you seen in Fernando Tatis Jr. and his willingness and ability to step up in those big situations?
We never felt, out of it, even down to, the last out, and he had a strike on him. It was just, hoping got a chance with him, whether it's on the field, on the bases, and certainly in the box, a chance to do something special, magical, whatever you want to call it. And, when after he did that, and then so many just tremendously positive things after. Grisham, just a 3-2 battle, draws a walk, gets up and runs first pitch, puts them in a position. Manny gets ahead of the count, and then they've got to pick their poison, and Tommy's heating up right at the right time.
How important has Drew Pomeranz been to you, or your bullpen here in the early going?
Well, he's been critical, and especially why some of the groups trying to find their stride right now, and we know they're going to find it, and that's all we can do. We keep working, and we're going to keep running them out there. That's the bottom line, and we know that when they catch their hot streak, that's going to be great for us. You want it to happen soon, certainly, but we're focused on playing our best ball down the stretch, and so we just got to keep working. We got to keep attacking. We got to bring the fight to them. We got to try to avoid some of those walks. And when we do that, it's kind of like hitting. It's contagious, and one guy gets it going, momentum, and that's what we need to have happen. We believe it's going to happen.
Thanks, Jayce.
Next to Andy Halbert.
Hey, Jayce, the way you guys won last night and tonight, while they're more high drama than you probably would want, can they be good for a team in some ways, especially a young team, a new team, just the ability to pull it out and to believe that you guys can pull it out?
Yeah, look, we've been on the other side of that, before, and certainly, 3 days ago. So, after doing that, it feels good to be on the north side of it. Is it good? Yeah, we're testing ourselves. That to me is what this season's about. Is you put in a lot of work, and now it's about testing our game and where we're at. The best competition in the world, and for my heart's sake and some of the other coaches and staff, I hope we don't have to do that as much. But just to see the guys continue to fight, to continue to believe, go pitch to pitch, and make them complete 27 outs. At the end of the day, that's really all we can ask as a group of coaches, to our guys.
Kevin Acey.
Even though Gray was kind of cruising, did you feel, and you guys weren't getting hits, as he was attacking the strike zone? Did you feel the at-bats were good and that paid off?
I thought they were okay. I thought we did a good job of limiting the strikeouts, but he stayed in the zone, and I thought the balls that we hit were mainly pull side, and when we did, it was into their shift, and you'd like to get under that ball a little bit more if we're going to go pull side, not pull side on the ground, and if we're going to go on the ground, we got to work it the other way. So while they weren't bad, and I think the main thing we saw is as the night went on, I felt we got stronger as an offensive unit, and that was good to see.
What happens the next time that you have a game save situation?
Kirby Yates to get the ball.
You say that unequivocally. I sort of expected you to be like, well, it depends on the situation. Why does Kirby get the ball?
He's been arguably one of the best closers the last couple of years. We've got a ton of confidence in him, and he was a little tender a couple days ago, and he's going to be working and getting that right back. So that's just going to be another huge weapon when he's got his game clicking, and that's just going to help take stress off everybody else too. So it's nothing to think about. I feel very confident with him out there.
Understanding that it's Coors Field, Matt Strom has given up some big hits. What's happening with Matt, and is this your bullpen for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, these are our guys, and we're going to ride and die with them as long as they're working, as long as they're competing, as long as they're preparing, they're studying the game, they're studying their art, they're focused on keeping their arms in shape, focused on keeping their mechanics on the mound. These are our guys. We do not throw away people. We do not throw away teammates. And I cannot repeat this enough. There is going to be a part of the season where they're going to carry us. And that just hadn't happened yet. All we can do is continue to work. They're going to get the ball. They're going to get the ball in big moments, and they know that. And it's a hard job down there. You got to have a short memory, and you got to dust it off and come back the next day. That entire group has those qualities, and so we're going to see the best of them.
Next to Tony Alvarez.
As we were talking about pitch count for starters earlier today, and Garrett was right there in the 90s into the sixth, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be pleased with this overall performance. Probably just that slider, right, of Blackman, but overall, probably not as sharp as you would have wanted, but I'm pretty sure we're pleased with him.
Yeah, I thought he got stronger as it went. Debating should he stay in there and get that final out. Ultimately, I brought in Strom because I've got some confidence in Strom. A lot of things factored in. The 3-2 pitch right before, I thought he missed, pretty bad. And then, just trying to think, for him and the team, I didn't want to risk anything. If he was starting to fatigue, mechanics were breaking down at all. He wanted to stay out there. I know he wanted to stay. At the end of the day, I also understand that the work he's done following his Tommy John, there's a certain thought that goes in my head on that as well. Ultimately, I made the decision, and it's because I believe in the bullpen guys, and they're going to have to get, some big outs for us. They're going to get those big outs for us. And so that's ultimately, why the decision was made. Now, as we get going, summer heats up. G will probably stay out there and finish that last batter. So.
How about Jake Cronenworth on plate discipline and obviously some hits there? I'm pretty sure you're also pleased with his performance tonight.
I was really pleased, and we've been out without Haas, the last couple of days, and arguably, he's been as good of an at bat and sure-handed glove as we've had out there. And so to see Jake and it's been other guys, but Jake had the opportunity to tonight, make plays defensively, stepped right in, at the 9 hole. He got our first hit of the game. And then I thought even, in the ninth inning, I thought he put a hell of an at bat on Wade Davis, and unfortunately hit it right at Blackman, but took a good pass at it. So seeing him start to gain confidence and seeing that he can play at this level, I think that helps his confidence, and excited about him going forward.
Thank you.
We have time for a couple more questions. Go to Adam Clue.
Hey, Jayce, I know you said you were going to go right back to Kirby. I'm just curious. He certainly was rested. He hasn't pitched since Sunday, but he gave up 2 earned on Sunday as well. Is there anything you've seen from him that was different or out of sorts or concerning in terms of when you were actually seeing him pitch?
I thought mechanically and stuff-wise, he's spot on the velo, the arm speed, all that's there. I would say, the last thing just missed, and when he's dialed in and everything's exactly right, he just doesn't walk people. And so, he's had a couple walks, blended in there over those 2 outings. He's had some space, from his last outing to this one, and so hopefully now the more frequent touches that he's getting on the slope on the mound, that he's just going to get better every time he takes the ball now.
Thanks, Jayce.
Last question, we'll go to AJ Caswell.
That was going to be my question, so I guess I'll just follow up something kind of separate. Is Joey's listed as the probable? Is he definitely the starter tomorrow? You're not going to use an opener or anything like that?
No, we're going to go with Joey tomorrow, correct.